friends, let's dive right in to the podcast where the magic begins. Anything and everything, the name's quite clear. A show that brings the world near. It's Journey, a wild ride, with anything and everything by our side. From the everyday to the profound, there's no topic that's out of bound. There's laughter, tears, and moments of thought. Incredible stories that can't be bought. From Dumfries, Iowa to lands afar, this podcast, a shooting star.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Anything and Everything podcast, where we talk about anything and everything.
Excluding from religion and politics.
Wrong. No. So, last episode, we decided that we are going to talk about religion and politics. The only difference is we will not be putting our 2 cents in, because we both are able to stay completely and utterly neutral. Neutral.
Yes. We are going to be talking about political topics at times, just not having any bias on the topic. Not moving like side to side or anything like that, just talking neutral. We will be excluding certain topics about that certain thing as far as religion and politics go. Now, onto the topic of a political thing.
Damn, already?
Yep.
Thought we'd get 5-10 minutes in. I'm joking.
No, you only get a kick out of this. Yeah, Trump is at it again, friendo. This, I believe, happened, last week. Well, I have two things about Trump. One that happened last week, one that happened this week. Like, literally the other day, if not yesterday. So, you know like how there's conventions, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know like how there's different types of conventions, right?
Yeah.
So there's a shoe convention that happens in Philadelphia.
Right.
And Donald Trump was there. Want to guess what he was doing there? He was selling his own shoe.
Have you seen those bad boys? They're actually pretty dope.
Oh my god, I knew that you would fucking be into it too.
Hold on. They're freaking gold printed with a black lace. They are kind of cool. I mean, I wouldn't own them because I don't like the color gold, but they're pretty cool. I mean, think about it.
As a guy that has the cool shoes in their relationship, I would have to say, not my vibe.
Bitch.
Oh, now you're gonna whip out your Deadpool fucking shoes.
Exactly. You wanted to steal those from me, but they don't fit you. So who's got the cool shoes? Me. Fabulous.
No, you don't. You have one cool pair.
Hey, these are cool.
Pumas?
I love Pumas.
They're basic ass bitch gym shoes.
I also got my Ariats.
The hell are
2 pairs of
Ariats?
Ariats. Shit kickers.
Okay, that's great. Again, no style. They're just basic ass fucking.
No, they're not.
Bitch ass cowboy boots.
No, they're not. One's got steel toes in it. The other one are nice.
Boy, so you can go hit the rodeo
Oh,
afterwards?
and I also have a pair of snakeskin.
Ooh, snakeskin boots. That's gonna be so tough.
I also
when the sun
have,
goes down.
I also have military ones. Military dress shoes that are shiny as hell, and you can see your face in them.
Ooh.
And then I also got another pair that are rude. And then I have another pair that I need to fucking silence that. He did call me basic.
Yes, I did call your boyfriend a basic ass bitch because he's a basic ass bitch anyway.
He's just mad that I got nicer shoes than he does.
No, the fuck you don't. I have different styles. Granted, all I ever fucking wear are Vans, but I still have more styles that I can actually accessorize my outfit.
Okay, I got 2 pairs of gym shoes. I got 2 pairs of shit kickers. I have 1 pair of dress shit kickers. I have my DCs over there. Correction, I have 3 pairs of gym shoes. I have a pair of Crocs. I don't know where those are at. I have a pair of Hey Dudes, and I have a pair of Converse.
Okay.
I have multiple styles too. You were talking about how you have multiple styles, but you only wear one pair. I wore these today. I wore my other Pumas yesterday. I wore my Shit Kickers the day before. I wore my Hey Dudes the day before that. I wore my other pair of area boots the day before that. And then when I get back to school or back to work, geez,
Back to school?
wow, it's been
you're
a
going back
long
to school?
day. Back to work, I put on my Ariats again, and then when I come home, I switch to Pumas or Hey Dudes.
Still basic.
Not basic at all.
Anyhow, yeah, I will also post a picture.
Alright.
Yeah,
Dude, a
two-
lot of people bought those shoes too.
I know. Do you know how much that they were selling for?
Yeah.
$400 a fucking pair.
$400 a pair. You know why?
Because Donald Trump trying to make his fucking money back.
He didn't lose any money.
I've seen bank statements.
Right. So that being said, what?
I have no idea what the fuck she's talking about. For those of you that are not up to speed of what we're doing and why we keep looking at our phones and tablets, it's because that we're also on TikTok Live, which you guys can check us out.
Yeah,
in
if
the
you're not on
description
there,
below.
fuck you.
Yeah, you guys can say hi, what's up, in real time. You guys can get a shout out if you want.
Shout out to Danica for giving us gifts. I love
Yes,
you.
you guys can also give us gifts. You guys can also send us tiny dinies, which every single time we get a tiny diny, we will say tiny diny rar. And
I was waiting for you to actually do your tiny tiny roar, dude.
that's only if we get a tiny diny, though. So yeah, back to the topic. Yeah, no, they're not that great. Definitely don't really need to be $400. I can tell you that much, because that's kind of fucking stupid, if you ask me.
You
So-
want to know what's fucking stupid? Hold on. You want to know what's fucking stupid? The fact that Nikes run from $100 all the way up to $250 and sometimes $350, and they cost $5 to fucking make in China. That is what's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, throwing that out there.
No, I'm just saying that you have a person that is in politics now that is also a businessman that he will just come out and just be like, hey, I'm selling a shoe, so you guys should buy it. Also,
Dude, you're kind of biased there.
me?
Yeah.
For who?
I mean, regardless, like, I get what you're saying about selling things as a political party member, but the difference is any money that is used or made during campaigning can be used only for campaigning. So if he's using those to campaign, it's going straight to the campaign. It can't go into the pocket. And
Well-
anything that's left over, it goes into a fund.
Well, I know that. Excuse me.
So that's why I really don't give a crap if somebody's selling things to help campaign, because they actually, so it helps if they don't use their money to campaign.
Well, yeah.
That's why they ask for supporters,
Donations.
donations, endorsements, stuff like that. So,
Excuse me.
government name.
She's probably
I'm
talking about
sorry.
Yep. Still continuing on to this trend with Trump. Did you hear what he said the other day?
I
On
quit paying
speech?
attention to politics, man.
The only reason why that I knew about this is because that somebody posted it on TikTok. Because of course that's where I get all of my news is on TikTok.
wouldn't get all your news from TikTok.
I don't get all my news on
That is
TikTok.
Yeah, that's a bad
But it's
idea.
like big, huge like events that happen. Like this, for instance. Trump was in New York and he's making this speech, okay? Alright. He's giving this speech about how he is commemorating the big, huge events that happened on a historic day in New York City, where he could see the construction workers, the firefighters, the police, and all these bunch of people. You know what day I'm talking about?
September 11th, 2001.
7-Eleven. He said 7-Eleven instead of 9/11.
You know what? All I can say is, at least you can understand what he's saying. Unlike the person we have in office now, who will just,
That is just gibberish.
oh my god,
God damn it.
I lose brain cells every time I watch anything like that. That's literally
I
why I
don't
quit.
watch any
That's
politics,
literally
so.
why I got out of watching politics.
don't
I will
any
watch
politics.
C-SPAN. That's about it.
Yeah, I don't watch any politics whatsoever, so yeah.
That's why I watch C-SPAN. It's literally what's going into being bills and everything. So
But yeah, and of course there's a bunch of memes that came out of it.
oh my god, dude, no.
I
Okay, go ahead.
I saw this one where first I saw this woman talk about this thing and talk about like the memes that came out of it, like especially after Twitter. We refuse to call Twitter X in this household. Thank you.
It's X.
It's Twitter.
X.
You're an X now.
It's a single X. Not triple.
Damn it. It's not the fun X. Yeah. So she shows this little tiny bit of a clip that somebody posted that made a meme about it. Somebody dressed up as Donald Trump went to a 7-Eleven and used the speech that he did as background of basically him talking about it like it's a movie. Kind of like that he's just talking in the background and like you're just watching it unfold. Like a narrator. That's the word I was trying to think of. So yeah, it's like he's trying to narrate what's happening. And it's super funny. But yeah. I'm sorry, are we boring you while you scroll through other people's TikTok lives?
Well, I just had to see what was going on.
I'm sorry, is our podcast boring you, sir?
Just had to see what was going on.
Sounds like boredom to me. What were we gonna say?
Okay, talking about fucking memes, dude. Have you seen the Acorn memes that are coming out?
Oh yes, the Acorn meme.
Dude! Oh my
I've
god!
seen an AI on TikTok
The
about that.
fucking AIs are phenomenal.
So-
okay,
so-
so if you guys don't know, there was a cop that mag dumped his own cruiser with a suspect inside of the car
That's already handcuffed.
that's already in handcuffs and they're already searched. But what ended up happening is an acorn fell out of a tree and you see it on his body cam hit the roof. And he did like this tactical roll 3 fucking times or 2 times. And he just mag dumps, yelling shots fired, shots fired. His officer who's helping him, his sergeant, comes running up. Where? And then she opens fire on the cruiser. He said in the report that he thought a suppressed firearm was shot at him through his car.
Also, the
And
fact
now
that he
there's-
said that he was also shot as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, that shock, when he did his rolls, he probably fucking pinched something.
Probably.
Because he looked like a heavy-set cop.
Yeah.
So, that being said, there are memes, phenomenal memes out there of the acorn being more dangerous than a firearm. And you know what? I gotta pull a couple up, and I'll send them to you. But yeah, the acorn cop meme. I think the funniest one I saw was World's Deadliest Terrorist. And it showed the acorn from fucking Ice Age.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
That one's stupid, but that one's funny.
Yeah.
Only
Yeah,
cops
that's
have
the
this one?
Not that one specifically, but the picture itself. I
Yeah,
saw.
yeah.
'Cause
So,
it's AI generated.
yep. Only cops have the training and professionalism to handle firearms responsibly. The cops, when the acorns are falling. Don't worry, YouTube, you'll get a better picture.
Yep.
Um,
Which I'll edit over Dustin completely.
who would win in a firefight, a trained police officer or an acorn?
That's my biggest thing too, is that like he's a trained police officer.
Listen, they're already underfunded and they're not getting the actual proper training that they need because of the amount of funds that they get.
Well, I understand that. But
So,
also at the same time, it's like, you know, use common sense.
have you guys seen MacGruber?
Oh yeah.
Oh man. Who would win? One cop, one acorn. Police. These are actually. That was actually probably one of my favorite episodes of Reno 911.
I haven't seen Reno 911. I've seen clips. I just haven't seen full episodes. I need to though.
Jeez. So if you guys look up Acorn Cop, oh no, he's actually not that fat.
No.
But he definitely looks stupid.
Yep. Because especially where he was talking about how he got shot, but then he goes like, "Oh no, I think I'm alright. I think you just hit my vest." It's like, no, I think that you pretty much like rolled onto something that was in your vest, that like it felt like a wound, like a gunshot wound.
The old car salesman.
Love that meme.
Slaps, it's a acorn put on the car salesman's head, slaps roof of car. So anyways, I started blasting. Danny DeVito.
You should send that one to me. That one's my favorite meme. But yeah, that's all like the exciting news that I saw over the last like couple weeks, I'd say. Yeah. What have you been up to?
I have been working, sir.
Same. What was it? Oh, I watched Thanksgiving. Like the new.
Oh yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I was actually kind of shocked by it. Ooh, yes. Yes, okay. So, I will say this right now. My girlfriend's son and I went and saw the new Mean Girls.
Yeah, how was that?
I fucking loved it. I was laughing my ass off almost throughout the whole entire movie. And there were some return.
Cameos.
Yeah.
Because I know that Tina Fey is still in it. She still plays as like the teacher.
The teacher. And then the principal,
Right.
the black guy.
Mhm.
They're married. Spoiler alerts, by the way. If you haven't seen it, fuck you.
It's almost out of the theaters anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So Tina Fey is still the math teacher, and what's his name, Morgan something, is the principal.
Right.
They're married, and then Lindsay Lohan is
Oh,
in
so
it.
she actually returns?
She actually returns as the mathlete fucking judge.
Hmm.
Yeah, for it being a musical, I love musicals as it is. I would say that I would give it, out of 5 stars, I'd give it 3.5. 3.5, 4. My son absolutely loved it. He thought it was hilarious.
Of course.
And then we also went and saw Madam Web.
Yeah, you told me that it was pretty good.
I fucking loved it. I absolutely loved it. It was good.
Which I saw this one guy's TikTok about it, where he goes like, oh yeah, like all these bunch of creators are saying that it's like dog water, that's not good, don't waste your money, blah blah. And then everybody just like pretty much just like attaches themselves to that.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh yeah, I heard that the Madam Web movie wasn't that good, so I'm not gonna go watch it because of that. It's like, no,
Right, and that's
go
how you
watch the movie.
bankrupt a fucking
Right.
movie.
It's like, go watch the movie, go have your own opinion about it.
Yeah, stop.
Stop. I'm not going to sit here and go like, oh yeah, the Madam Web movie wasn't that good, because I haven't seen it. Now, I can tell you, oh yeah, I've heard about that other people say it's not that great. I can also understand that it probably wouldn't be that great
Okay.
from their perspective.
As cinephiles, I know you don't consider yourself a cinephile, but
I consider myself more of a cinephile than I do you.
I said it on a podcast one night and you said, well, you can't really say cinephiles. Because we don't really criticize movies that much.
But it's also because, like, I also consider cinephiles of seeing more artsy movies.
Oh yeah, you're
Instead of
all
just,
about
like-
A24.
A24.
A21.
Isn't that a steak sauce? Yeah, it is.
That's
A21 steak.
A1
Oh, A1. That's what it is.
steak sauce.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh. I'm trying to think of all the Heinz 57, A1. I don't think there's a 21. So yes, you are a cinephile. I'm a cinephile. I would agree. You are more of a cinephile than I am.
Thank you.
But when it comes down to it, we do not go off of what other people have said about the movies.
No.
And I will say, I have read so many bad reviews about Madam Web. And then I go and look at some of the people's other reviews about movies. And when you read into their reviews, is that a ring or string?
No, I'm wearing a Band-Aid.
Oh, like, fuck. If you read into more of their stuff, they also say The Flash is a fucking great movie.
Right.
Like,
But it's not. It's
you
hot
read,
garbage.
oh, Spider-Man, No Way Home. Oh, that shit's trash. Then they'll go into Batman. Fuck, what was the last Batman?
The Batman.
Not Robert Patterson. Ben Affleck's
Yeah, Justice League.
Justice League. That movie was the best movie that came out this year. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
but there's
because like for that one specifically,
there are so many.
It's two different versions because there's the Josh Whedon one, and then there's also the
the
Zack Snyder one.
one.
Josh Whedon is complete dog water,
But what I'm
but the
saying
Zack
is,
Snyder one is way better.
but what
it's
I'm
super
saying
long,
is, a lot of the people that are being critics on these movies are fucking leaning one way.
Yeah.
Because movie critics, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. It is just like politics.
Mm-hmm.
You have the lobbyists, the people that work for the movie company, paying for these critics to say certain things
Yeah.
and trash a movie.
Right. It's always the same thing that's just like, oh yeah, it's the #1 movie like of all time, or it's like the best action movie of the year, and it's only been March, like,
Yeah.
or it's only been half the year already.
Right.
It's like you can't say, oh, it's the best movie of the year when there's so many more movies coming out later on in the year. Like, yeah, you can argue, oh yeah, it's one of the best action movies, but you don't know when the next action movie's coming out. You don't know when the next
Right.
sci-fi movie's coming out. You don't know
Like,
anything.
for instance, okay, this is a perfect example. Mission Impossible. What would I say about any of the Mission Impossible movies?
That they're boring and that you hate them.
And why is that?
Because you think that they're just carbon copies of themselves. But it's also because that you hate Tom Cruise too.
There it is. I hate Tom Cruise. I fucking cannot stand him. I think he is. I'll give him the fact that he does his own, tries to do all of his own stunts. There's some stunts that he will not do. Shockingly. Listen, up until last year, I didn't realize Tom Cruise did all of his own stunts. And there are...
Did I tell you that?
Yeah, we got into an argument about it. And then then I got into the subject because he's like, yeah, he even flew an F-15. And I'm like, no, he didn't. No civilian can.
Yeah, because
He
like we
rode
were
in
talking about
He
Maverick.
rode in the back
Yeah.
of the jet. But, so that he did not do. So, certain things like that. But I absolutely hate Tom Cruise. I think he is a pompous, arrogant prick.
Well, yeah.
And most of the reviews that I've heard from other actors talking about working with him, they'll be like, oh, he's a charm. But then you hear them speaking out about it on TMZ, he sucked working with.
Right.
So, and then there's been people that have spoken out that have worked in the film industry as like effect artists and stuff like this, and I guess he's an absolute dick. But he's still one of the highest gross paying actors due to the fact that he does do all of his own stunts.
Yep.
He has that reputation.
And he also has his own studio. As
Yeah.
well.
But
Which is the reason why that we got Mission Impossible for so long, because it's his own production company.
and it's not the fact that it's done over and over and over again. Look at the Fast and the Furious movies. I absolutely love those.
Right.
But the other ones, it's just Tom Cruise. I cannot watch a Seth Rogen movie without wanting to puke because of his laugh. And I will say the only Seth Rogen movie that I can actually turn around and give a 5-star review on is the Mario Bros movie.
I knew that you were going to say that.
And that is it. That is it.
Yeah.
Any movie he laughs in for a longer than 2 seconds, which he doesn't do in the Mario movie,
Yeah.
I'm fine.
But yet you wouldn't have seen the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem because he produced it.
I did
And he
watch
was
it.
also in it.
I did watch it. And I wished I didn't.
Why?
I did not like it.
It's such a good movie.
I did not like it. Rocksteady and Bebop would never be fucking good, dude. I'm sorry.
Well, no, but it's a different interpretation of the origin. At least on screen.
Like I said, I watched it. And I will watch Seth Rogen movies, just not more than once.
Yeah, that's fair.
Tom Cruise, on the other hand, I will not watch any movie that Tom Cruise is in where he is the star. I will not watch.
Because you've seen Tropic Thunder, right?
Yes, he's not the star. So
Right.
I love him
I
in
was gonna
Tropic
say,
Thunder.
yeah.
I will say that is one of the movies I absolutely love Tom Cruise in
Yes.
because he plays a fat, obnoxious douchebag. And the way he acts is just hilarious. And I think that is probably one of the only movies where he acts like that.
I think so, yeah. Because he wanted to basically
Be something he's
completely
never
different.
been.
Right.
And it's phenomenal.
Yeah. But yeah, back to Madam Web. This guy was talking about more on the aspect of like the comics of Madam Web, because he was talking about how like, oh yeah, everybody wanted it to be like, oh, that's not Madam Web, like this is Madam Web, and blah blah blah, like the old, just like stuck in a
Marvel comics,
wheelchair,
yeah.
blind, just like not doing anything.
But that's just it, is there was no origin story. No origin story
She's just
in
there.
the comics.
She's just
She just appeared out of fucking thin air.
Right.
And guess what? Guess what, fucking people? There is an origin story to every single goddamn fucking superhero. And guess what? We wanted more origin stories. We've been fucking talking about more origin stories. Guess what? There's a fucking origin story right there. And you don't like it? The fucking people that did this, phenomenal. And for those people that are saying, oh, guess what? It's a shitty movie because there's no Spider-Man in it. It's a different fucking universe.
Yep.
She is not part of 660.
616.
616. Sorry, she's not part of fucking 616. Sorry, I'm kind of fucking heated now.
I can tell.
She's not part of fucking 616. She is literally her own fucking universe in a far off universe. And guess what? The 3 Spider Women that are there are part of that universe. Dude, I fucking hate when people do that shit. But I do love it. The more shit that I read and watch about the possibilities of the upcoming Spider-Man movie, I am fucking stoked.
Oh, you mean the new Spider-Verse?
Yes. No, not Spider-Verse. Like,
What's
so
the
they're
Spider-Man?
already talking about making the 3rd or 4th Spider-Man movie.
Well, they've also talked about making the 4th Spider-Man. They also talked about, like, with Tobey Maguire. They also talked about making a 3rd Amazing Spider-Man, and also Tom Holland's Spider-Man for a 4th one.
So, the 4th Spider-Man is going to be, again, Tobey Maguire. And I cannot say shit until, just bear with me, because I fucking still hate Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man. You have him, and he'll, like, make an appearance here and there. And it's, like, not the way that you would think. This is just, like, fan, and this is why I'm, like, all excited, because if it does come true to be like this, fuck yeah. Listen, the way that they made Toby and Andrew from a different fucking Spideyverse, the way they did that, I loved it. They need to keep doing it. Bring Toby back. I don't give a shit. Bring Andrew back. I don't give a shit. Because the way that they did it, they incorporated it. Phenomenal. Because, I mean, even Venom. They gotta incorporate Venom.
Like the new Venom? Well, yeah, they gotta incorporate Venom into the new...
Because
into
of the
MCU.
end
Well, yeah.
of
like
both
he is.
movies.
Yeah, he's gonna be there. for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. So I'm super excited. So I cannot talk too much shit on Tobey Maguire anymore, due to the fact that, I mean, it makes sense. I didn't like what's his fucking face?
Andrew.
No, in Spider-Verse. Not Miles Morales. I don't like fucking Spider-Man 2099, even though he's my favorite Spider-Man.
Spider-Punk? Like,
No, the fucking Indian one.
oh, Spider-Man India?
Yeah, Spider-Man India. I didn't like him.
No?
No. God, that
Oh.
made me sound bad. Fuck.
You're a bad person. You're a bad, bad man.
No, it was just the way he acted when... You haven't met Spider-Punk yet?
Right.
Well, obviously, you already know that he's not from...
Yeah.
Just thought it was stupid.
But yeah, so the
Calm down.
guy, yeah, fucking calm your tits. He went on to talk about, like, yeah, the woman that, like, got basically not drugged, but basically, like, died in an alley with her basically, like, neck being ripped open. I'm saying this to keep PG towards TikTok. But yeah, apparently that's what happened to old Madam Web, and then they decided to give her her own origin in the comics.
Yeah.
And
Sorry, I was lost. I'm like... I don't recall this.
yeah, but yeah, so they did that, and then he was talking about, like, oh yeah, you wanted her, like a movie about her, just doing what exactly in the movie?
Right.
Like, just sitting there watching everything
Because that's
between all
she
the different Spider-Men?
fucking does.
Like, the only thing
She
that
brings them
because,
together,
like,
that's it.
the only thing that I remember hearing about the movie was the fact that they changed it 3 times about the Spider-Man universe. They were like, first they were like, oh yeah, this is part of the Spider-Man universe, so this is going to be part of the MCU, because this happens around early 2000s, to where Ben Parker is also a paramedic with her as her partner, and like later on, like that's basically how he basically dies, is because that they get into an accident, and then that's just what happens. And then Peter grew up without
Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben, and you know, like that's the reason why that he doesn't have that moment of with great power comes great responsibility, because he wasn't bitten by the spider yet at that
And
point.
well, so if I recall,
Or he was just like a
her
little
universe
either
never had
either
a Spider-Man.
right.
So
Right, and so like that was the thing that was first coming out, and then the second thing was that they changed it. They're like, oh no, this is actually in Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man universe.
Nope.
And reason being is because that they're both owned by Sony, and that's the only reason why. And it would still make sense because, you know, that movie came out around the like late 2000s, maybe 2010s. I don't remember when that movie came out, but like something along those lines. And then they came out before the movie came out. They're like, oh yeah, this has no Spider-Man whatsoever. Like, there's no Spider-Man. There's like no affiliation with Spider-Man. No nothing. Like, but then everybody was clamoring for like, okay, well you're having this person that's associated with every single Spider-Man ever, and there's no Spider-Man attached to it. That doesn't make any sense.
right,
Which I understand. That would infuriate me in that regard. But because that, for me, I haven't seen it, so I can't give my personal, honest opinion about it. But that did frustrate me of hearing about like, oh yeah, like this is what it's supposed to be, and then this is what it's supposed to be, and actually this is what it's supposed
it
to be.
changed. Now, the one thing that I absolutely disliked about it is it had the Marvel opening scene.
Oh, the Marvel Studios or
It had a
Marvel Comics,
Marvel Comics,
like they
opening.
do for like Venom and the
Yeah.
other ones. Okay,
So they had a Marvel Comics
like where they're flipping
opening
through the
screen.
pages.
Yes,
Okay.
and you know how Venom had a end credit scene.
Right.
We waited throughout the whole
And it doesn't have one.
fucking credits, and it does not have an end credit scene.
Yeah.
They dropped the fucking ball,
Mm-hmm.
and that pissed me off. But other than that, loved the movie.
My thing
I might leave here after this to go watch it again.
my thing is that like why would they have an end credit scene though?
Why not?
Like who would be a part of it, and who would like basically launch off into like another like thing? Like, is it like another Nick Fury where it goes like, oh yeah, like the universe is bigger, but you just
Well,
don't
hold on.
know it yet.
Hold
Like-
on. So there are multiple Spider-Mans, right?
right,
Everyone has a different uncle or a different name.
right. Well, I know this.
Right. So, spoiler alert. Again, sorry guys. Not sorry. So when Emma Roberts had, which is Ben Parker's sister-in-law, is having the baby, in the middle of the movie, they are trying to guess the name of that baby. Okay?
Okay.
So, this would actually narrow down the Spider-Verse if we knew that baby's name.
Right.
They never say it.
Yeah.
Not once do they say the baby's fucking name.
Yeah. Because isn't pretty much in every single universe his name is just Peter?
No.
Well, in almost every universe.
In
Like-
almost
Like,
almost
the
every
thing-
universe,
The
yes.
thing is that like the three that we know, they're all named Peter Parker.
Right.
Like that's just how it is. But that's only because that they were their own different versions of Spider-Man, though.
Right, but
But at that time, we didn't know that they were all like interconnected into like a different universe entirely up until the MCU.
right.
And
But you
because of
also
now
have to
the
think
events
of
that have happened.
the time. It's 2000, right?
Yeah, somewhere along those lines. It's like early 2000s. Yeah.
So, according to like their logic, the only Spider-Man that would be born in 2000 would be the Tom Holland Spider-Man.
right, and that makes the most sense.
Right. But Ben Parker in the Tom Holland Spider-Man was not a paramedic.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So,
But, like,
that
the-
means
the-
that there's a different child that's
Right.
born, and there's still no Spider-Man in Madam Web's,
Right.
and it's
like,
only Spider.
Because like the thing was that everybody was speculating because like it's a young Ben Parker, which means that there's a young Aunt May, which means that it's early 2000s, which then connects the dot to it being Tom Holland's Spider-Man, because that would make sense. But because that, for one, it's not associated with the MCU, it's made by Sony, because
Thank you, baby, for
they still
that.
own some of the rights to Spider-Man, if
Top
not
gifter.
the rights. But
I love
yeah,
you.
like that was the whole thing that everybody was speculating off of. What
So
we
it
saw
does
at the
keep it
moment.
open, but again, they could have ended it with like an end credit of Emma Roberts with the baby, because you don't see the fucking baby at all.
Are you sure that this is Emma Roberts?
Yeah.
I'm sure that's her name.
Yeah.
Methinks it's not Emma Roberts. Although I could be thinking about somebody different too.
Emma Roberts, Mary Parker.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about Madam Web. My
Oh
bad.
no. Madam Web is Dakota Johnson.
Right. My bad. Yeah, I was thinking about somebody completely different. Yeah, I thought that's who you were talking about was Emma Roberts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I thought that you were talking about her being Madam Web, and I'm like,
No,
she wasn't
no.
Madam Web.
No, I'm saying the baby.
Right.
Honestly, the movie is phenomenal. It had my attention the whole time, besides when I got up to go pee.
Which you always almost do at every single movie.
It was only 15 minutes in.
Again, at almost every
Shockingly,
movie.
my son didn't have to pee though.
Which you should also download the app of when you can go pee during movies.
I keep forgetting about that because I did download it once.
I don't remember what the hell it's called, but like, pretty sure if you Google it, you'll get something.
Honestly,
or on TikTok.
honestly, I'm not too worried about it. If I miss 30 seconds of a movie or
30 seconds.
2
It
minutes.
takes you like 2 minutes to get to the bathroom, depending on where your theater
Oh,
is, and then get
was
back.
this was in theater 8, so right next to the concessions.
So a small theater then.
Yeah.
It doesn't surprise me, honestly. It really doesn't. When did you go see it? Last weekend?
On Saturday.
And that was opening weekend?
Yeah.
Does not surprise me at all.
Dude, so many people have been talking shit about the movie.
I know. Well, I don't think that they did that for that reason. I think they just did that because they weren't expecting a whole lot of people to go and actually watch it.
Oh no, like the Dolby, it was in Dolby too, and IMAX.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then there was another showtime at like 5:45. So there were multiple theater rooms or
Right.
theaters actually playing it.
Oh, okay.
It's just that was the closest one to the time that I had,
Right.
the time frame.
Yeah.
So,
No, I get that.
but yeah, phenomenal movie. If you haven't seen it, go see it, and then go on to IMDb and say "fuck you, losers" for saying that the movie's bad, because I gave it 9 stars.
Really, that high, huh?
I gave it that high of a fucking
I've seen
score.
clips of it on TikTok from people.
Dude, the acting is great. I'm not gonna lie, the acting is great.
Not from what I've seen.
From who?
From people that just post them on fucking TikTok.
No, like from who? Like Madam Web?
Yeah. No, like people that will go to the theater and just sit there and record like this.
That's what I'm saying. But who was the acting bad of?
Like there were certain parts that were playing. Like there was one part that I saw. Like I would assume it's towards the beginning of the movie, where they're like at Ben's house and having like the grill out and stuff. And so like she's just sitting there holding a Pepsi can, and so they're like, "Can you spot the product placement?" And it's like not a whole thing of that just specific scene, but there's like I guess multiple scenes. I didn't sit there and watch the whole thing, but it's like I noticed that And the thing was that I'm like, she never opened it to drink it.
Yeah, she
Like
does.
she got close to like opening it. Like I said, I didn't see the whole thing, so I didn't.
Yeah,
see her
yeah. So
actually
she
open it and
does
stuff.
open the can
Okay.
and drinks it.
Because like the whole time she was like.
That is
talking-
right before they're trying to guess the
The
baby's
baby's
name.
name. Okay.
Yeah,
Because like there was no audio for it either, so it's just like they just have noise over it.
yeah. She
Like,
legitimately
the-
opens it
Okay.
after she. So she's so.
And then she drinks it and looks at the camera, going like, "Refreshing."
No, no.
Like,
So
waits
what
for
what
it.
happens is this is right after she dies.
Like the first time.
No, she literally only dies once. Everything else is a vision. So she dies by drowning by saving a guy from a bridge. Spoiler alert. She dies. Ben brings her back. They go to. She ends up basically being forced, kind of, not really, to go to this firefighter function that they have going on at the chief's house. And, or no, at Ben Parker's sister's house. And Emma Roberts' house. And it's the baby shower. And what ended up happening was he hands her a Pepsi and she's like, "What, no beer? Like, where's my beer?" And he's like, "I'm pretty sure protocol states that you can't have any alcoholic beverages 48 hours after you die." And she's like, "Come on, it was 15 seconds that I was gone." And then the chief's wife walks out, and that's when she cracks it open and takes a drink. And they're like, she's like, "Guess I was thought I wasn't gonna get dragged in," and then walks in and takes a drink.
Right. No.
So- That type of shit is annoying as fuck to me. You show me a little bit of a clip and don't give any context of what's going on,
right.
and you make it look like something totally different.
Right. The other thing that I saw was like, I would assume it's like gearing up to be towards the end of the movie, where where all of them are in the paramedic truck, and so like they're driving and stuff.
That's
I guess.
middle.
Is it? And so
That's
like
the middle of the movie.
The bad guy has a grenade and he's about to like throw it into a car, which
I'm
I
joking,
don't-
it's towards the end.
I know, I figured. And so he's like planning on like throwing a grenade into the car to like blow it up. And I don't know if he thinks that they're in it or something.
Mm-mm.
And they like bash through a building and he turns around and he gets hit by the paramedic truck. And then the grenade falls underneath the car right by him and then it blows up. And so they're like, "Oh yeah, worst movie villain." And I was all like,
How's that make him the worst movie villain?
Plus the
There's
other
so
thing
many
that-
other worst movie villains
right.
ever.
Plus the other thing too is like somebody pointed out that, oh yeah, I could like, he could pretty much be taken out by like 12 gauge shotgun.
No.
Like, and I'm like, you don't seem to understand that he has the abilities of Spider-Man, right? Like, he doesn't shoot webs or nothing, but like, he still has super strength and everything and super speed, just like Spider-Man does.
And he has extra things too.
Right. Like, he has extra abilities besides just shooting
Right.
web. But the other thing too was that
This is why I can't take movie critics seriously.
no, I wasn't a movie critic.
Well,
But like, well, yes, just in general, yeah.
yeah.
And then the other thing too was like at the end of the movie where it's like they're all three of them were like talking to themselves about like, oh yeah, like I guess I'm like part of the crew now, huh? Blah blah blah. And so like she's blind
Mm-hmm.
and she is talking about like, oh yeah, like I don't remember what the hell she said because it's been a minute, but like yeah, like it was just kind of dumb that I saw. But like I said, I'm not basing my opinion of the movie off of that stuff either, because like you know I'm gonna plan to go and watch it at some point and see it.
It's literally worth the 2 hours.
And then give my personal opinion. It's 2 hours.
It's 2 hours. Just don't stay for the credits.
Well, yeah, I
That
know
makes sense.
that.
That makes sense. An hour and 45 minutes long.
Right.
Because it's always 15 minutes of credits.
It always is. But yeah, no, I do that. Like I even saw online they're like, oh, yeah, there's no end credit scene, so don't bother.
I still waited because I mean, why not?
You could have just Googled it like I do.
I could have. I could have, but I didn't.
So yeah, I think we're coming up to be about an hour or so. Just about.
Just a little under.
Like when I get done editing, at least.
It'll be way under an hour.
So
Keep the spoilers in.
well, yeah, of course.
And hit giant spoiler alert.
Well, yeah. But this will be coming out next week because we got that other one coming out this week.
I know.
Deadpool this week.
Deadpool.
So
yeah.
So this is what will end the episode here, guys. With that being said, go ahead and leave a like, leave a comment in the comment section below. Would you guys buy Donald Trump's $400 pair of shoes? Let us know. Be sure to share this as well with anybody that you think might be interested in podcasts or just, might find this funny. If not, doesn't matter. So we really appreciate the support either way. Also, don't forget to subscribe. And like I said earlier, we will have the TikTok page in the comment section below. I will also be doing the link tree for all that fun stuff to both of our TikTok pages, as well as the TikTok page for the podcast and our Instagram and our Cash App and our Amazon wish list that you guys can also show your love and support for us to actually be better and improve on the show as well.
Any money that we get for the podcast through TikTok and through Cash App, it all goes back into the TikTok, or goes back into the podcast.
Right.
Because
So
we
can
need
get
to get.
better equipment, better pizza, Papa John's.
No. No. If we're getting food, we'll use our own money for that. But
But it was a joke.
I know.
Wait,
As a supporter,
Chill.
once we get everything up and going, anybody that supports us, we will put your name down, and it will be basically forever memento to us, because
Yep.
we love what you guys are doing, and we appreciate it like no other. Like, my girlfriend's in live sending us gifts constantly, and she's not the only one. There's other people out there. Stevie.
Yep.
Deja. Who else has sent us gifts? Nash.
Bunch of other people.
Just a bunch of other people that have sent us gifts, but those are the ones that have sent us a bunch of gifts. And I can't say how much I appreciate all of you guys. From the bottom of my heart, I love you guys. Even those that come in just to troll us, it's perfectly fine. I don't care.
Yep,
We're having fun.
Yep, we're here to have a good time, so.
It's a safe place for everybody. We're all nerds. Even if you don't think you're a nerd, you're a fucking nerd.
I mean, it's obvious of us wearing Marvel shit. So.
I'm wearing Sony shit.
No, you're not. Deadpool
It's
isn't
Spider-Man.
Sony.
This is Spider-Man.
That's Deadpool.
It's totally Spider-Man.
Okay. It's Batman.
I am Batman.
So, yeah, we love you guys. Like I said, be sure to subscribe. Love you, buddy.
Love you too, buddy. Love you guys.
It's a journey, a wild ride, with anything and everything by our side. In this fast, ever-changing tide, it's our beacon, our trusted guide. So here's to anything and everything, our song to the podcast that keeps us strong. In a world that's right and wrong, it's here